Today's daily recap is for BTG Beyond the Gates. It's for Thursday, October the 16th, 2025. It was an interesting episode. I think we're setting up for a cliffhanger Friday, and I'm going to tell you why. Haley decides she is going to have a little something for Bill, right? Um, because she wants to remember she plans on this being his last night. So she invited Chelsea and Naomi over to, celebrate their father. She wanted to do just a private thing. And she told Bill, I know Danny has done these grand fab, over the top things for you. And all I'm doing is this. I hope, you like it. And he goes, we're not talking about what Danny may or may not have done. I don't mind having something small and quiet, right? So anyway, Chelsea comes over. Now, actually, before Chelsea comes over, Haley is on the phone. Bill, I guess, is upstairs, leaving Ronnie a message. Okay, cuz. No mail, no, she was talking to him. Now, where is that package I'm looking for? You said you would come through. And I guess whatever he told her, she goes, oh, okay, okay, good, good, right? So Bill comes down. She gives him this little fake gold foiled crown to put on his head. Because you the king of my castle. And I thought, well, that looks really stupid. And Bill's sitting there, wearing it, right? So anyway, Chelsea comes over. She had designed a wallet. Uh, Chelsea Cat has branched into a men's line, and they have a wallet, and the wallet is equipped with a money clip inside, and it's called the Bill Fold. That was funny. Um, so anyway, he loved it, loved the gift, and Naomi and Jacob is trying everything he can just to make Naomi feel better, while she's making her decision. And everything he's doing, she's feeling like he's pressuring her, he's not giving her space. And he said, babe, I need you to help me out because everything I seem to say or do, you take it in a way I don't mean it. So I just don't know what to do, right? And she goes, I'm late. You are just subtly trying to blah, blah, blah. And she goes, I'm late for my father's party. So she gets there. And now, mind you, Haley brings out these cupcakes that she made homemade. And she made one special for Bill, and it's in a red wrapper, little cupcake wrapper. Now, I don't believe because she was on the phone. I don't believe, and it's Randy. You guys are right. I'm calling him Ronnie. It is Randy. I don't believe Randy had the stuff delivered, but maybe they're going to make us believe. I think she was doing a little tester, putting something to either make Bill sleepy, start to make him feel, because remember, it's got to be tasteless, odorless, and, creep up on it. So either she was testing it or they're making it like she put some in the cupcake. But I don't believe it was delivered yet. Let me know how you feel about that in comment corner. Okay. So anyway, she told him it's gluten free. You've got to eat better. And, because of that scare you had, I'm making sure I give alternatives. And he goes, ooh, who wants to eat a cupcake like that? And Chelsea was there. And she goes, Bill, is for your health. And Chelsea says, Dad, you can't fault her for wanting you to eat more healthy. So she goes, yes. And this is how I know the package hadn't arrived. Haley, I think she got a message or heard her phone. She got up and she says, excuse me. She walks out. And I think that's when she's hearing it's either arrived or something, right? So the cupcake doesn't have the real deal in it yet, I don't think. So anyway, Naomi arrives and she brings Bill this certificate, like diploma, but it's a made up PhD in something made up. And Chelsea looked at it and she goes, "Woo, well, we could tell who didn't have time to put any thought in a gift." And Naomi looked at her, and Bill says, "Now," and Haley comes out, "Now, girls, there's no arguing or on your father's special day." And they both look at her like, "Who are you talking to?" Right? So, and Bill's like, "No, no, it's the thought that counts." And I love it. I love it, especially because you gave it to me. So anyway, uh, Chelsea reaches down and grabs the cupcake that Bill put, because Haley put the cupcake in Bill's hand. When she got up and walked out the room, which is when I think she found out her package was being delivered, he put it back down. He goes, "Mm-mm." And he picked up a regular one and was eating that because Chelsea was eating a regular one, right? Well, Naomi reaches down and she picks up the cupcake meant for Bill. Now Haley's sitting right there, but she wasn't paying close attention. She's thinking how I'm gonna kill this man, really, right? So Naomi takes a bite and she goes, "Oh," she spits it out in the napkin, and they look at her. She goes, "Oh, this thing is horrible." She goes, "What happened to your cooking?" And because she told Haley, the only redeeming thing about you was your baking skills, right? And then Chelsea's sitting there going, and Bill kind of looked at her. She goes, "This," and spits it in the napkin, "is god awful." And Naomi looks down and she goes, "Oh, no, no, no. That's for Bill." She takes it out of Haley's hand. "That's not for you." And Naomi said, "Oh." And so Bill's like, "Ooh, goodness. I'm glad I didn't eat that." And so Haley goes, "But no, he goes, "No, He said, just based on her reaction to the taste, that's all I need to see. I'm not eating that." So Haley's just looking and she's making some claim about, oh, she brings out some champagne and a toast. And I'm thinking, is Naomi gonna drink it? I knew she wouldn't. To Bill. And she goes, "Maybe this time next year, we'll either have our little bundle of joy or we'll be about to have it." And he goes, "Oh, whatever, baby. I'll be happy with whatever." So Naomi looks at her watch. She goes, "I'm sorry, everybody. I have someplace I have to be." And Bill is like, "What?" Chelsea's like, "So soon?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry, Dad. Happy birthday, but I gotta go." She gets up, she leaves. Hey, Naomi goes to the hospital and she tells Ashley that she thinks she's pregnant. The home pregnancy test says she is. And Ashley says, they are very accurate, the home pregnancy test at home now. She goes, "Yeah, but they're not as accurate as a blood test. I need to know 100%. I need to be 100% sure, Ashley. Can you make it happen?" And she says, "Absolutely. I can definitely do that." She says, "And can you put a rush on it?" She says, "No. Um, it's going to have to go through normal channels, which will take some time." She says, "Only a doctor can order rushes on tests, and there has to really almost be a medical need for that." She says, "But nope, but we can make this happen. Let's go ahead and take care of this." So Naomi gets up and she goes with Ashley. You want to know what my theory is? They're going to make it like that cupcake had a trace of something in it. Or you know how soaps, they kind of tweak a story a little bit, that the cupcake is drugged, but with a tester, a little bit. enough to put it in Naomi's system. And that it's probably going to cause Naomi to have a miscarriage. That's what I think is going to happen. Naomi is going to have a miscarriage. And then Naomi, after all of that, is going to feel bad that she lost her baby. I mean, not enough to say I'm getting pregnant now, but this is how they're going to end this whole pregnancy story for Naomi. I think that's what's going to happen. Now, it's either that or Naomi's going to get really sick. Now, mind you, she's right there at the hospital. If she gets sick there, they've already drawn her blood, but they're going to probably notice there's this substance in her blood that should not be there. And she's going to say the only thing I ate was this cupcake at my dad's house at his party, and I spit it out, but some of it obviously is in her mouth, you know. And it would take less to make Naomi ill than a big man like Bill. He would need more, right? So Naomi may get sick right away. And this is probably what's going to mess up Haley's plans on killing Bill. Naomi gets sick. She gets admitted to the hospital. Danny's going to rush by her side, and Jacob, of course, but it's going to probably come out that she's like, could it have been the cupcake that Haley made for my see? I think this is crucial that Naomi's at the hospital. So it's going to be interesting how this works out. Now, a quick twist of fate. Danny and Pamela was Pamela's idea, but Danny's rocking with it. They want Andre to be a male model for their agency. And Andre's like, I ain't having it. No, I am behind the camera. I'm the one that sees the money making shots. I'm not in front of the camera. Nor do I want to be in front of the camera. And they're like, you can still do your photography on the side. And he goes, oh, wait, no. My photography business is not a side gig. And to me, that was kind of minimizing his accomplishments, right? And so Danny's like, Pam's getting ready to leave. And Danny's like, we shocked him, something that could change his life. He'll take some time to think about it. Give him some time to think about it. And Pamela's like, work on him, right? I'm hoping Andre doesn't do it. Andre needs to be the photographer for their company, period. He needs to do the money shots for their models. He does not need to be a model at all, right? Most male models are taller than that anyway. But anyhow, I was like, that's a bad idea. You don't want to work for Danny in that capacity. Working as a photographer, hired to do different photo shoots, a whole different thing because that's his company. Then now I'm working for this modeling agency and I've signed a contract. No, I wouldn't do it. So hopefully he stands his ground on that. And let's see, Smitty does this impromptu proposal to Martin, Aston Martin to marry him all over again. So we already know Martin is definitely going to say yes on that. He's going to say yes on the proposal. So anyway, and Samantha and Tyrell were there. That was so funny. They were just like, oh, and Tyrell helped Smitty get the house ready because Smitty sent Martin out for this Thai food way out the way. And he picked up Samantha on the way home from Orphe Jeans. And she's the boy that is kind of ghosting her because she wouldn't sleep with him, sent her this text. Or she sent him a text, I think, and said, would you like to study? And he's ghosting her. So she's talking to June about it. And June's like, you don't need that kind of guy. I'm telling you. Just because you didn't do something you aren't ready to do. Mm-mm. And so she goes, yeah, but high school is different. word will get around and I'll get around as being, a stuck up, a snooty girl, one that, and June says, one that stands her ground and doesn't do stuff just because she's pressured to do it. She said, that kind of gossip and word getting around is better than the other kind. Because see, if he gonna talk about what you're doing. And then that's a different kind of girl gossip getting around about you. And Samantha was like, yeah, 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 really. Come on now. So anyway, that was it, everybody. That was it. Great comments in Comment Corner. I read it today. I'm not going to do Comment Corner today. But anyway, everybody, I will be back tomorrow with another daily recap. Let's see what happens to Naomi, and let's see little Miss Haley as she is putting her plan into action.